Well, welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. This controller is such a pain. It's like my old controller, you know. It probably still works. Definitely lasts longer than this one. I mean, this one still works now. It's just, for whatever reason, when trying to connect it, sometimes it'll be like, okay, you're player 4 then. It's like, it's the only control connected. Why would it be player 4? So then I can't actually use the controller. I have to just manually turn the damn console off. Which is basically what happened as I started up recording here. It's annoying when that happens. Plus, you know, you got the whole, whenever I'm using the left analog stick to move upwards, the protagonist, you know, he just kind of goes the opposite direction. Because that's a bit, I don't know, it must be the controller. Point is, you want to know what happened to my old controller that probably still works, but the L2 button is a bit screwy? Because I just thought about it. The reason that one broke, and you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure it still works except for the L2 button, like I said, is from this game. Back when I originally played it, I raged. It wasn't that the, you know, main game, no, it was the answer. Because, yeah, the answer's bullshit. Recently got a comment a while back. It's just like, do I plan on playing for the answer? Eventually, I'm not looking forward to it though. It's gonna be ass. I mean, the story and all that's alright and all that. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is the freaking difficulty spike. It's just annoyingly frustrating. But it's been a while. Why isn't anyone going to the hospital today? It's an investigation. Shinjiro's suppressing that evil expression. And what's that got to do with me? Nothing. How can I help you? We're not going to talk today. I mean, we might. In next week, maybe. There's so many things we don't understand about Yukari. Well, actually, no. Technically, it'd be the week after. This year is unable to sense her. Her state of mind very unstable as she hurts herself. Koromoro-san wants to communicate something to you. He is tired of eating the same food day after day. I recommend you change Koromoro-san's menu. Like that. Koromoro-san seems happy to hear that. Thank you. Arf arf. I mean, it's not a dog, but you know, buddy are cats. A lot about cats. I think I mentioned this, you know, back when I last had Chinese. Stole my poppadoms. I just left it there to go get a drink or wash my hands or something. And when I came back, you chewed through it, and it was like, damn it, buddy. And bringing this up, not just because the mention of the dog wanting new things. Because, well, I had Chinese today, not too long ago, about 2 hours ago. You know, I have poppadoms every time you have Chinese, which is naughty. And, you know, the second they got that, buddy was like, I want it, I want it. I was like, I have to eat my regular Chinese while fending off the cat. Not because he wants my Chinese food on the plate, no, he's after those poppadoms that's right next to me. I was able to save them this time. I did give him little tiny bits though. It's like, okay, you can have that. Just stay away. But yeah, I would have thought a cat would take a freaking liking to something like that. Like color for there goes, and the audience is yellow. Extra left today, try punching 3 times in front of the mirror. Just don't hit the mirror, otherwise you get bad luck. It'll break eventually. Probably won't be going to the hospital again. Yukari hates us. Well, I guess she doesn't hate all of us. You don't say much, do you? I can respect that. I don't like people bothering me. I'd probably be like Shinjiro. I'd be the awkward one in the group who doesn't speak much. It's like I said, you know, I talk a lot in my videos, but when you met me in real life, probably think that I was silent more often than not. Kenji uses a spear, so he has a lot of reach attacks. So both spears probably the best. Very some of this information. Also, I finally completed Persona 4 Gold and maxed out all the social links up through ending. And I gotta say, I like how Persona 4 Golden incorporates Marie. It's not quite like, you know, in Persona 5 Royal where they have these two other characters introduced and they kind of force them into the plot in a way where it's like, okay, so you played Persona 5, in my case I think I played Persona 5 before Persona 5 Royal. So it's like, you know how that goes, you know how it ends. Well, it's basically the same thing except you got a little intermingling with these two new characters, you know? And what I found annoying about the way they did it in Persona 5 Royal is that, well, it just, while the story was good and all, what they added, it just kind of felt like it took away from the original story. And it kind of feels like it should have just been a spin-off, because that's what it felt like. It's like, okay, so we're dealing with all these criminals and all that throughout the whole story, and then you get a completely different vibe at the end. And it's like, huh? Whereas, you know, with this, you know, extra added content for Persona 4 Golden, Marie's character just perfectly fits in with the rest of the story, and like the conclusion of it all makes sense. Plus, you know, the section of the game where it's like, okay, now this character comes into play and you gotta deal with all this stuff. It happens before the true final boss. The true final boss still is the true final boss. I like that. Because, you know, it still lines up with how Persona 4 ends. And it basically does end the same. It's just, you know, you got a little character there as well. Plus you get a little extra epilogue where you get a couple months time skip where, you know, Dagnus comes back to visit his friends and you see everyone, and they all look different in some ways except for Teddy. The only difference for Teddy is wearing a different t-shirt, that's it. Everyone else though, their hair looks a bit different, their, you know, casual outfits have changed. Kenji is the biggest surprise because it's like, what the hell happened to your look there, Kenji? You look like some kind of substitute teacher. But yeah, I like how incorporated this up. Let's say someone tells me they don't want to die, so I tell this person I don't want to die. How does that sound? Is it awkward? Yeah, kind of. You're right, I always feel weird when I tell her that. I've already forgotten what you answered, so no, not really. Oh, that's good to hear. Then we just talk to him again and say the opposite. It's like, I feel like this sense of deja vu. Haven't we had this conversation? Might as well talk to Goromaro, even though he's just gonna be arf. Look at this, right? I'm holding down on the left analog stick. And this is what happens to the Dagnus every time. I have to use the D-pad when going down. That sounds a bit suggestive. So, he's not there. Is old monk here on us? Yeah, he's a liar, man. That guy says he's like there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, unless I read it wrong. Hey, oh, it's you. Baby, I'll lie if you're out here, that's right. Where are we at with the tower? We're at rank 5. Mr. Tortoise. So it's the one that I wrote down for rank 6. Yeah. Not that we really need it, because, you know, we get plenty of time to do this, you know. Now it's you. Yeah, we're strange kids. Get some booze for me. This isn't booze, by the way, it's fancy. The relationship's grown stronger. Isn't that what I said last time? I was expecting it to level up. Where are we at here? Okay, so question in class and morning. Hey, Mikotoku. Why Shinjiro said I came back so suddenly? I don't know. He has a lot of power. Yeah, I guess it's kind of scary, bastard. It doesn't seem like he's rejoining the seats just because he likes to fight. That's all he can do, though, is literally. His only attack is physical. He doesn't have support skills or anything like that. Oh, class, ready then, let's begin today. We'll discuss the magic of Renaissance. This was a time when the arts and the sciences enjoyed a resurgence. Naturally, this had a profound influence on magic. It might be more accurate to say the two studies helped improve one another. As to why they themselves helped further magic, they had found a way to escape the rule of the church. By studying the teaching of faith and leading sex, the knowledge of magic Frederick, Renaissance, that is the Renaissance, also brought about the revival of ancient Greek and Roman literature. Magical texts such as the Fuuka received new translations to study, and I see where it's going now. Philosophy, natural history, alchemy, astrology. The book was filled with a wide range of subjects and could be called dive into magic, such as science and astronomy have made strides in modern day. Same thing. So too has the art of magic. You can see this as the emergence of a great musician who applied knowledge to Renaissance. Am I having a brain fart moment? I don't know. The Renaissance or Renaissance? Or both? Whatever. John Dee was a professor who advised the Queen of England with the magical knowledge he obtained until the proper arrangements. Then there was Hohenheim, a doctor who traveled across Europe and probably butchered the pronunciation. He became known as Paracelsus, a renowned physician and alchemist named Paracelsus as well. Of course, the ritual life wasn't an easy one. Both men lived lives ridden with persecution. Are you all listening? Keep your minds down to earth. It was a test to see if you were paying attention. This is why I said, now I see where this is going. Get it wrong, your house will become the book will be haunted. Now who should be my victim? Should have asked. Which book helped further the art of magic during the Renaissance? You know, it's like, you just take off the H. The Book of Thoughts. Correct, back to your peaceful life. Magic at the time had a great influence on the church and society. Some traditions were involved with the central part of Renaissance, the religious revolution. You get correct answer. charm was increased. I don't get why they increased charm and not. I guess it's because, like, ooh, you got it right. Then why is it in all other Persona games it raises, you know, the knowledge stat? I think. Goto. There's something I need to tell you. What is it? Oh, well, it might take a while, so let me know when you have time to see that. I'm serious. Maybe you should listen to what he has to tell you. Yeah, maybe next week. Not even kidding, it'll be the next in-game week when the next gonna hang out. What coincidence, Koda-kun, I was looking for. Have you found any new leads? Not really. I see, this may be a tough one. If you hear anything, let me know. I'll see you. Kazushi seems to be working hard to solve the mystery. Maybe if you go to student council next. Oh, hi, I'm the Koda-kun. Thank goodness, it's lunchtime, huh? And are you free on the school today? I'm not sure yet. I see, well, I was hoping you'd come to see me after school. I'd like to spend some time with you. Well, I hope I see you later. Would you want to spend time with you? We usually go to school. Like, everyone that has approached us, we're not going to be hanging out with today. We are going to be hanging out with Fuuka tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, though. Then we're going to be hanging out with Kenji on Tuesday, and Hidetoshi on Wednesday. We're actually doing Chariot. I wonder what Yukari's doing right now. You can see her more often. So I do have a Chariot, right? You're on practice. Yeah, it takes dedication. No one's more dedicated than me. Now let's go. Seems that.
La vérité finit toujours par se découvrir.
You're in high school practice field. Yuko's probably like, oh yeah, you come to practice, but you won't come to practice. You know, help us with those damn kids that are like, help us to, you know, race against the bullies. Back team's giving it everything we got. We're up to fun. We haven't figured out the diligence skill into things yet, so go and practice till we raise our stats. Everybody go around. Kind of wild. This game only has the 3 social stats, whereas Persona 4 has 5, and yet it felt easier to max it out in Persona 4 than it is here. Maybe it's just because of how ridiculous the, you know, is academics in this game, they call it? Yeah, academics, right? It's such a ridiculously slow stat to raise in all of the games, really. But in Persona 4, at least you get the skill from that book, you know, where you can read books to, you know, increase your knowledge. And there's one that boosts your knowledge so that when you study, you get an additional knowledge. And like I mentioned that one time, I got 3 knowledge increases in one evening. It was insane. I actually, despite falling on walkthrough, I actually maxed out that stat before the walkthrough even had it maxed out. Anyways, as you all know, Kazushi's new using magic. You see him struggling when you stop him. That's it for today. See you all tomorrow. Let's grab bite each. Let's go, Kazushi. I can totally, you know, imagine Kazushi and Yuko getting along with, well, their name's Ko and Daisuke from Persona 4. Feels like they would all get along very well. What did I strip my all ramen shop? Sorry, I need to borrow your shoulder again. I was the one who suggested go eat. We get to go to this place in Persona 4. I played Persona 4 long before I played this game, so it's kind of weird. Think about it that way. Because, you know, they actually visit the school, they visit the island. It's very brief. well, not too brief, because it's basically just a collection of cutscenes like this, you know, but with dialogue that is voice actors. You get the idea. It's basically just you don't really get to interact with it. I mean, you might get a choice here and there, but yeah, you do actually. Like the King's game and stuff like that, where you get choices you can make, but you're not ever in control while in the area. You can't wander around because it's constantly progressing. Anyways, I'm sure you love lugging all this deadweight around, right? I'm fine. I will survive. Really well, I guess you don't seem to be tired. You seem to have... you're tough. When I go to my sister's place to play with my nephew, I help him getting back. Even though he's only 5 years old, he's still having different having to do that every day. I'm not able to walk, and I won't even be able to go with my family, so it'll be a burden on my mom. That just occurred to me while I was leaving. Hey, let me know if that becomes a burden on you. Yeah. I have been completely upfront, so I hope you'll feel the same. So, I'd like you to do the same. He seems to be worried about you. You don't care, though. Your relationship's strong now. It's like, I'm just eating. See his voice reading your head. The protagonist, he's only doing it for the power. Thou art I and I am thou. I shall have our best in actions to create a persona of Chariot. I know, it just feels like the Persona 3 protagonist is considerably more detached than, the protagonist in Persona 4 and 5. Feels like the, protagonists in those games feel like they actually do, want to hang out with these people. Whereas in Persona 3 it feels like there's quite a few where you just feel like the protagonist must be like, I'm just only hanging out with you for the social link, man. You got told me to do this, that's the only reason I'm hanging out with you. To get more power for personas. Affecting social link has reached level 9. About to create personas of the Chariot that comes to the room. It's not so much with Kaz here, Kazushi. It's more of, with Kenji. It feels like you can just imagine the protagonist thinking as we run along with all this. It's just like, why do I even hang out with this guy? He'll kill me since I made him worry. After when I reach it, no matter what, they see too. It ain't your effort, Kazushi.
Hey.
That's all he had to say. Sure, Senpai's weapon has a very wide range of attack. Its attack speed is slow, but its range more than makes up for it. It is a useful weapon when you want to surprise the enemy. And can use a spear and so blah 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 blah. I'm so probably won't be going to the hospital. She hates us. He is tired of eating the same old shit. Use attack fallen. We will attack the enemies that have been knocked out. If no enemies have been knocked down, then we will do our best to knock them down. In that time, however, we will be unable to heal the spot, so be careful. This was before they invented, the option to just control each character in battle. It's kind of weird. It's made all the more weird because I've played Persona 1. You control every bloody character, so what the hell happens? I'm not sure if the Persona 2 games had that, but they probably had to control that character. Why did they okay, Persona 3, we're gonna change everything. We're gonna have a full calendar year, It's gonna keep the moon gimmick, and we're gonna base the plot around it. Where it's every full moon and stuff like that. Because I played Persona 1, but the gimmick with the moon, I didn't really get it for the most part. But apparently influences some stuff, but whatever. But they were like, okay, let's be more character story driven, and we'll introduce social links and stuff like that. And we'll make it so that you can only control the attackers. You can only give basic commands that are basically just tactics for all the other characters. yeah, the whole attack the fallen thing, that just sounded vague. Like when she was going on, man, it's like, oh yeah, okay, so they will attack, you know, a Shadow's already knocked on his ass. It's like, that doesn't seem too useful, honestly, because what you'd really want is them to knock them all on their ass. But you know, if it also means they will try to knock them on their ass anyway, that's good. But honestly, when they, well, because even sometimes when we know the enemy's weakness, they won't exploit said weakness because they have no brain cells. It is unfortunate. My pursuing strength and endurance both is fast. Skills and abilities aren't bad out. Guess we some heaven influences. But I guess its luck isn't that great, but that doesn't matter. You gotta depend on luck and good skills. What is the luck stat even for, honestly? It does feel like one of those pointless stats. Aren't the camera controls the same as the Armstrong? I'm saying this because I'm getting thrown off a bit. You have to play Persona 4 Gold. Yeah. I even started a new game on New Game Plus and was disappointed that my level didn't carry over. I put it on the hardest bloody difficulty and I lost against, you know, Yosuke's Shadow. Spoilers, you fight Yosuke's Shadow. Spoiler, that's early on in the game. That's like the second actual battle you get into. Third, if you count that one bit, that isn't really a battle. There's not much of a spoiler. But yeah, I lost because I was on the hardest difficulty. And I was level 1. Well, I think I might have still been level 1 because I guess you don't get as much XP with the hardest difficulty. So I didn't even gain a level after the first battle. I was screwed over, man. And then once I was done with that, it's like, okay, now we can finally get free roam and we get to go to the weapon store. Like, that carries over at least, so, you know, I bought the best equipment possible. And it's like, right, if I can't, you know, be high enough level to get all my good personas that I've, you know, got stored, then I'll just, you know, rely on the equipment instead. Because, yeah, at least 900 odd yen, 900 odd thousand yen carried over, you know. You know, one trophy that was hidden that I didn't know about, because on the PS Vita you can't actually check hidden trophies. I only checked it yesterday on the PS4 to check trophies, even if they're hidden. And one of them was to visit a certain character 3 times at a certain point. I was like, damn, I didn't even do that once! Because don't count out the plot points where you actually go there, so I was like, well, I was following a walkthrough very strictly, packs out all the socials. I'll probably do that in the second playthrough. God knows how long it will take me to actually beat the game a second time, because I don't know how much I can be bothered to actually, you know, play for a second playthrough. I did that with Persona 5 when I first played it. I played it a second time not long afterwards, right? Because I didn't max out all the social links. Follow the walkthrough and I still didn't max out all the social links. I was pissed off. And that was on New Game Plus. Because that damn shop order, his schedule just screwed me over in the end. Because I wasn't following a walkthrough to such a strict sense of it where it's like, okay, follow it every step of the way. No, it's just like, I know the schedules, I can handle this. Yeah, I wasn't able to. It sucked. Persona 5, you know, Royal, that's easier. You get the extra semester to do all that shit. So, it's fine with that, but seriously, the idea of playing Persona 5 a third time just for that is just... Arf. you, I'm walking in the wrong direction. So we're gonna hang out on what? Or are you just gonna gaslight me into thinking it's like, oh yeah, we'll be close soon. Okay, now it's there. Oh, it's you. Ah, hey, could you help me out? I don't feel so good. Good thing I got this can of Pepsi, because every time I voice this guy, my throat hurts. Damn it, I can't believe that we let this happen. Ah, I'm in bad shape. Man, you really are in bad shape. The freaking recording's glitching out. I'll have to stop recording after this just to make sure that it actually is going well. Because it's been all glitchy for some reason. Where is it? Yeah, that one. I think I see what the problem is. My freaking laptop is overheating. It's been unbearably hot lately. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to stop the recording after this and let it cool down for a bit. Jesus Christ. It's like 8:30 in the evening and it's freaking like 70 degrees. It's ridiculous. Anyways, you should go home. Your laptop is frying. Yeah, you're right, kid. I should go home and sleep. That's agreed with you. But even if I go home, they forgot I have a memorial service inside in the heart suture will hangover. For no matter how much I drank, all I needed was a old shower to snap out of it. Guess I'm getting old. Times like these, I wish I didn't live alone. What about the others? Others? Heh, I mean other monks. My temple's small and I don't depend on nobody but myself, so I'm the only one there. That says a bit of smile on his face. I think about it, living alone is probably the master of the perfect do. I have to wait for someone else to get out of the bathroom when you need to go. My son took forever in there. And when I got out, oh my god, the smell! God, living alone is the way to achieve peace and serenity. All things visible are bound to change or disappear. All things in this world are not singular, they're all smaller parts of a bigger picture. And yet they're all different from each other. All things in this world are unique. But it's simply, there's voices hurting my throat. No matter how hard you try to live your life right, someone else can always mess it up. By drinking a Pepsi. All things are unique, yet they are not singular. Funny thing is, right, I'm still drinking Pepsi. I was a bit put off a while back. I saw a YouTube video that was like, oh yeah, there is this case, right, where someone found what was some kind of frog or a toad inside a can of Pepsi. And I was like, okay. And when I went to get Pepsi, the feel of the can, I was like, is there anything in there? And I was, that got me so much. I was like, get a glass, pour it all out. It's like, okay, there was no frog, but I'm still cautious. I'm not sure if it even was true or not, because the YouTube video was like, I can't remember, they went over a bunch of cases and there was one that was basically just like, yeah, it was true and false at the same time, where it's like, oh yeah, they put someone's severed finger in their food and then try to blame it on, it's like, look what the fuck's this? Apparently they put it down. And the whole thing's strange, because apparently her husband or boyfriend or whatever just apparently bought someone's severed hand, not hand, finger. They apparently got their finger cut off or something. Anyway, it's like, it can happen, I guess. Like, how does that happen? This is just freaking bizarre. Maybe you messed up my life a bit too. So from Hidetoshi's harsh words and felt his kindness, you understand my steps better now. So this voice rings your head. That I am thou, blah 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 tower. Is it moments? It's just like it's just a somewhat long pause and then suddenly, is it moments? Is it moments that have the watchtower or something like that? Picture that they have a character like that for the tower arcana. Just like, you know what? It's kind of a play on words, you see. I mean, it's rank 6 now, but what does the tower represent anyway? Because I think, who was the tower in Persona 5? I can't even remember. In Persona 4 it was Shu, the Kenji tutor. And I guess they do have a similarity a bit. Except it's kind of reversed, but kind of similar in that, you know, you're kind of giving them a different perspective on life, I guess, as you interact with them. It's like, Itachi, you know, he's basically giving us all these lessons and shit, so like this and that and this and that. But you know, you will gradually see that he's probably like, be like, hey, you know what, kid, hanging out with you has made me see things in a different light. It's like, shoot, the first time you meet him, you even get a choice to reply. He's like, something like, wow, you're a little shit, aren't you? Because he's such a douchebag in his first introduction, but after that, you know, he's a decent kid. He's just, you know, he feels pressure and all that. Very, insecure, you know, he just wants to be the best simply because, you know, that's why he expects his mom. You know, and he doesn't want to let her down. He does all this drama and shit. And you know, help him develop as a character, as a person. But who the frickin' hell was the tower in Persona 5? I can't remember. Oh wait, the tower, wasn't it the shop owner guy? I think it might be. I guess they all are kind of similar in a way, I guess. In that guy's case as well, you know. You know, I guess they all three of them have one thing in common in that, well, two things. First thing is, they give off a rough first impression, basically like, should I really be hanging out with someone like you? Or, you know, tooting a little shit like you little bastard? Having the cheek to be like, you know, if I don't think you're good enough, you know, you can fuck off. If you're not smart enough. You know, they all have a bit of an attitude to them. But then you get to know them, and you know, you start to see through it a bit, and they, you know, start to gradually open up and change a bit. You get to see them. I'm going home, kid. My head's killing me. Oh yeah, about that memorial service. Kid was only 19. Ran a murder victim at a hospital he lived in. Be careful on your way home, okay, kids? So to get back to them. See, he cares about us. Sort of. It's funny, you know, he's always the one like, you go home, kid. I mean, he did say that at the end, but, you know, he went home as well because, like, shit, I'm gonna have the mother of all hangovers. Oh, you motherfucker, I knew that would happen. I hate you. I never once had this happen to the protagonist of Persona 4. Why is the protagonist of Persona 3 so allergic to academics? He's allergic to everything, really. He gets exhausted all the goddamn time. He's too realistic. He's unrealistic in some ways and realistic in others. It's like, oh, I'm freaking exhausted. Why is it studying so hard? So, how do we start our Saturday? By being tired, but, you know, other than that. I do not care, because I'm just going to be reloading. But it's pretty accurate. It's like, I'm just going to sleep it off. It's like, why would you even pick that choice? Skipping. What a beautiful moment they shared. That was a long ass scene. Drink it. I'm giving him. So that I can go to Tartarus, knock myself out, just to get back to the, menu. And, redo that, and hopefully not get tired again. I hate it. I have to save every damn time in the evening, because the protagonist has bad habits. And the annoying thing is, it always freaking happens when there's a long cutscene, at the end of the day. So it's like, screw you, you can't skip scenes, you gotta just click that button over and over again until the scene ends. And it was a long scene. Went about as long as my rambles, and that's a lot. I said we. Where are all the shadows at? Like I was originally gonna stop recording because the laptop was overheating, but it's cooled down a little bit now. It helped by simply raising the laptop up a bit. That was clearly part of the problem. That's interesting, the Son of 4, that shadows never feel. Doesn't matter what level you are, they never cower.
Be careful! Are you okay? Please, be more careful.
Yeah, I'm fine. I lied. And imagine that, it's just like, okay, so our leader just died. It's like, what? How? You just went off without us and got himself killed. Like, shit, that got out of hand fast, didn't it? It's like, what are we gonna do now? I don't know. He was our leader. I mean, we did well without him, He wasn't here the whole time, but what are we gonna do now? He was the one that could, use multiple personas. We're so used to having him as the leader. What are we gonna do now? Have Tsuru or Akihiko be the leader? It's like it just wouldn't work. I mean, they have main character aura, sure, but not protagonist level. So, 11, we did the, oh my god, the lag. I haven't seen a lot of lag on the camera here. Okay, so this is it, right? I'm going to turn the camera and count how many seconds it takes for it to catch up. So here we go. 1, 2, almost 3 freaking seconds. What the freaking hell? Maybe I should stop. I will if we ultimately fail. If we end up getting screwed over again by Mr. Protagonist here being completely terrible at studying, then so be it. It will do for the recording, Which means only one part instead of 2 or 3. Because this damn heat's just ridiculous. It's the freaking evening, for God's sake. It's unbearable. I feel like just saying unbearable just feels like I'm doing one of Teddy puns. When you think about it, Teddy and Shuji, they're a bit similar in that. They like bad puns. Probably about the only thing that happened, probably. Junpei, old sports. I must go now. My planet needs me. It makes sense, he spaces out all the time, that's why. It's because he's roaming all planets.
I've never felt like so miserable. I've never felt like thinking this way.
Yeah, I'm a tortoise. I really do look like a tortoise. Especially when he makes that face. It's just occurred to me, monks, monkeys, and keys. Tomb Raider 3, you know, they had those monkeys that would steal stuff, you know. But they weren't in an area that had monks, that was the thing. If they were in Tomb Raider 2, in that monk sanctuary, it would have been the perfect play on words to have a monkey that steals one of the keys. Because you got monks, you got a monkey, and you got a key that was stolen by a monkey. It all comes together. Yeah, they did remasters of the other Tomb Raiders a while ago, didn't they? Haven't played those. Sad thing is, you know, the Tomb Raider remasters, like, I like playing them. Somewhat. I raged quite a bit, particularly Tomb Raider 2 and 3. But, you know, it's bittersweet because the Tomb Raider remaster of 1 and 2 and 3 was the last thing that, you know, I ever got from my mother, I guess, technically. And she didn't buy specifically like that, it was just like, you know, because I don't like to, you know, use the card on, you know, the PSN and stuff like that, so like, let's just get a voucher, so that's how it worked. So, you know, gotta get a voucher and then I, you know, played the game, got the games. And it was only like a week or so after that that the whole thing started with her health just, you know, going to shit. The rest. Oh, you motherfucker, I knew it! I knew it! Okay, here's how it's gonna go then. The next record session, which isn't going to be too far from now, because I only got one freaking part out of it. It'll be 50 minutes long, sure. And fuck it, I ain't splitting into 2 parts, that'd be pointless. All because this dickhead right here is like, you know what? You ramble a lot, you talk a lot, you talk too much. You know, it's like that Bottomania gag, you know? So I'm just going to waste your time by having to, you know, have you do this shit over and over again. So next time I do the recording, the start of the next part, whenever I get around to it, you'll start off with this scene right here, but with him saying, that's enough study for now, off the bat. Instead of, however, you are stuck because you're so freaking crap at this. And I'll probably still have that happen, but you know, I won't start recording until that freaking motherfucker studies properly. And that'll be whenever I get around to recording this. It's like, I mean, seriously. Not only is because the laptop's overheating a bit, so that's gonna, you know, make it problematic to record too much. But I had the whole schedule planned out. And I only got one single freaking day out of it all. It's like, okay, we got the 11th. And we didn't even freaking complete that now that I think about it. Because we're still on the 11th because this freaking dumbass can't study for shit. We didn't even get through a full freaking in-game day. God damn it. I had the whole week planned out. I had almost, well, yeah, another full week after this as well, you know. All the way up to the 21st. I had 10 freaking days of activities, and I only did one thing. Son of a bitch. Why do you do this to me, protagonist? Why do you torment me so with this stupid RNG that always fucks me over with this? Whatever, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.